M10 Lions coach John Mitchell has only won 1 out of 5 games thus far in the Super 15 rugby tournament, and this weekend coming to the Cheetahs, he admits lineouts have been struggling, and as a result there have been some casualties, with Martin Besaidenout and Paul Willemse coming in.
Yeah, Martin's the more consistent thrower out of the two, so he'll get the opportunity, and I'm just looking to get a bit more carry in my forward pack. There's obviously been a couple of casualties in terms of, well, 3 actually, Kelly, Warren and Maurice Coetzee. At the end of the day, I'm looking for forwards that will go forward, and so designed a pack and got started with some of our younger internationals. Ultimately I was looking at probably introducing them at Currie Cup time, but I think while we're in this situation with some injuries in the forward pack, we might as well get started in developing them.
Paul's a big unit, 1.99, 135 kilos, looking for him to be kind of an enforcer.
I'd like to think hopefully he's a little bit less than 135, Brian. I hope he's down to 124. I think he used to be about 135, but yeah, he's got an exceptional future. So I'm not asking a lot of him in this performance. I'm asking him just to be who he is and play to his strengths, and hopefully that he gets a lot of enjoyment out of it.
Can you talk to us about Elton coming back in at 10 and then Butch going to 12?
Yeah, well, Elton's been injured, so we progressed him off the bench last week because he obviously had in preparation, he took too long to obviously kick out a hand. He's had a 4 weeks preparation this week, so yeah, timely to bring him back in.
Dropping of James Kamana and putting Tata back at fullback, is that just, like you said, Elton back in the mix?
Yeah, James is not on top of his game. He needs to get on the money. He clearly put himself in a difficult situation last week in the tackle. You've got to admire his courage, but there was somewhat a little bit stupid too. He might end up on a stretcher again if he looks to tackle with his head first. So yeah, Tauda's an exceptional fullback, and Andres Coetzee has been in form and clearly can play a number of positions in the back line and brings to us a threat. So yeah, it's actually probably the best back line that we can put out right now.
Met a guy like Paul Willemse, obviously is another Monash player coming through. He's the 16th guy from Monash that's being pulled into a Super Rugby team by the Lions. Just from the short experience that you've had with the school structures here in Joburg, how important is a school like the Hoërskool Monument in terms of bringing through players for you? Oh,
firstly, I think it's you've got to probably say that our factory or our junior development, which was somewhat neglected, I think, in its prior to myself and others coming, is that we put a lot of focus in the area. It's very much an area of priority. So Hans Coetzee is talent ID. Along with Dion Davids is good in the junior programs, being resourced in the proper way. So these younger players are probably somewhat early. They probably need a little bit more time, but in saying that, we can accelerate their development, and clearly Super Rugby is not really a tournament where you need to develop, but unfortunately we're in a situation where we actually have not too many choices, so I'd rather get started with my future players now.
This weekend's a lot of Easter rugby going on. Those scouts, obviously an important weekend for them as well to have a look at the talent that's coming out.
Yeah, there's probably more rugby this weekend than Easter eggs, so but I'm sure plenty of them will be digested too. So yeah, Easter's a special time for everyone, for families and people to get away. It's probably the last sort of big break for a lot of people, and to have a lot of rugby on in both amateur, representative and junior level, and then obviously the elite level of Super Rugby. It's a fantastic weekend for people.